Welcome back to Late Night Jazz. I am your host, Jazz Johnson, and tonight we're going to watch my first sort of real stand-up gig. It was a 5:30 p.m. show at a comedy club inside a strip mall. So you can definitely skip this episode. But first, the intro. Alright, so before I play the video, we're going to talk about how I got into stand-up comedy. So long ago, I used to always write down notes in my phone. Anything that made me laugh or any weird idea I had, I would just write in my phone. Maybe for like a sketch or something in the future. It was never for comedy or stand-up at first. And then one night at work at that hotel, in the middle of the night, I'm hanging out with my friend. And I just pull out my phone and start going over the notes and just telling him some of my funny ideas. And he's cracking up. My friend's just dying laughing. And he's like, bro, you should do stand up. And I was like, no way, I can't do my personality being on stage. And he was like, no, you gotta try it. So for that next week, we changed my notes into jokes. So I wrote a couple of jokes out of my notes that I had. And we went to an open mic. The first stage I ever performed on was the American Comedy Club. And it was actually fun. It was really fun because it was my first time. So I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. And I got a couple of laughs and it was fun to do. So after that, I kept writing. The process of writing jokes were really addicting. It was like solving a puzzle. Because like you write something, you have to think about what the audience is thinking. So you're like, if I say this, they'll think that, and then I can say this. That was really fun to do, still fun to do. So I started doing open mics a little more, but then there was a point where I was like, well, if I really want to get better at this, I should take some type of class or something. You know, I looked it up and I found this comedy workshop, and I know, like, those are usually scams and you can't teach comedy and whatnot. But I still wanted to do it just to see what it was like. But I liked the class. It was pretty cool. It was just like, you know, me and 7 other broke comedians with dreams. And we would just do our 5 minutes in front of each other and give each other notes. But the best part about the class is that at the end of it, there was a real show we got to do. It was a 5:30 p.m. show, but it was with a real audience. And so that's the video that you guys are gonna watch, is that show. Also, our instructor made the lineup for that show and he put me last. So technically, I was the headliner of our group. I think so, I like to think that. All right, now let's watch the video. I hate it. I mean, I don't hate it, but like, I feel like I'm way better now. And you know, real comedians talk about how it's hard for them to watch their old stuff, and I totally get that. I feel like I was a different person back then, different jokes, different style in a weird way, probably the same style. But when I watch the video, I'm like, ugh, gross, I hate it. But hopefully you guys will like it. I'm about to play it right now for you guys, content. So it's been a really long time since I've seen it, so I was waiting for this episode to watch it again. So I'm gonna watch it with you guys technically, so when you come back to me, it'll be my live reaction to that video. All right, let's check it out.
How you guys doing tonight?
Yeah!
All right. My name is Jazz Johnson. That is my real name. This is my real voice. I know it's weird to get used to it. I hate people who say that I sound white. Which means I hate everyone I've ever met in my life. I don't think I sound white. I think I sound like a lot of black dudes. Like, Wayne Brady. Carlton Banks. Steve Urkel. I'm weird though, I'm weird. I watch a lot of TV, and I watch a lot of sports. I should watch more sports though. It's just hard to get to, you know? Like, they should put sports on Netflix. If sports were on Netflix, I'd be the best sports dude. I'd be all like, yo, you watched that football season finale? You mean the Super Bowl, Jazz? What do you think's gonna happen next season? I'm an actor. I've been acting for 10 years, guys. That's way too early. As a server inside a restaurant. That's a pretty good job. Because that's what I'm doing. That's what all servers are doing. We're just acting. No one's that excited to give you food. Just like being a stripper. Like a stripper uses her body to sell lap dances. I use my personality to sell food. It's the same thing. The same thing as being a stripper. Every day I go into work and I go to a table like, hey boys. Anything to drink while you look over our menu? One guy at the table's like, dude, I think my server really wants to give me food. His friend's like, no, man. They all act like that. Just trying to get you money. If you want to. What else is there? I'm weird. I have a lot of weird thoughts. Have you guys heard of the shot called the blowjob shot?
Yeah.
It's like a various amount of liquor, whipped cream on top, and the idea is that the girl's supposed to take it with no hands. I was at a bar once, and I saw 3 girls order it. And I was looking at them, and I was like, it'd be funny if they took the shot according to how they actually give blowjobs. So like the first one would be like, all right, let's do it. Shoots it, spits it out. The second girl's like, all right, let's go. You know, I would. It's just that my job is really weird today. The third girl just throws it on her chest. Being serious, I'm afraid of death, guys. I'm afraid of dying. But not for the normal reasons. From my understanding, ghosts are people who are stuck on this planet because they didn't accomplish something they wanted to do when they were still alive. And for me, I've always wanted a job I really liked, like a job I really like going to. And since I haven't done that yet, I think if I died today, I'd become the world's shittiest ghost. I just picture some HR manager walking into his office. Hey, Courtney, you should put this resume on my desk? She's like, no. He's like, but if you did it, and I did it. Ghost resume. Just haunting HR departments. Like, my weakness is that I work too hard. It's weird being black, guys. There's some things that I have to do better than other people. Like if I grab a piece of paper, crumble it up, and try to shoot it in a trash can, I don't make it in that trash can. I get the reaction like a hosting a KKK meeting in my apartment. Oh, you're so white, Jazz. You're so white. I'm taking away your black card. It's fucking dumb. I tried to get a black card once. I went to the DMV. I was waiting in line. The teller's like, next. Hi, here for one black card. She was like, ugh, take this form, fill it out, crumple it up, and shoot it in that trash can. No! It's my time, guys.
Welcome back. The quality is so bad. Can you guys even hear it? I don't even know. I'm still gonna make this episode though, but I hope I can figure out how to make it sound better. And also it was better than I remembered in my head. I mean, I always think I hate it, but you know, watching it, maybe it's been so many years, I'm like, oh, look at that young Jazz over there. You can hear the lack of confidence in his voice. But I like the jokes. The blowjob shots, that's my favorite one, I think. I forgot about Ghost Resume and the Netflix one. All Jazz, though. That set was just Jazz Johnson, all the shit I do. So I did like it. I did like it a lot more than I thought I was going to. I thought I was going to come back in this part of this episode and be like, yeah, and see, didn't it suck or whatever. I mean, it wasn't the best. It was my first real show in a way. But I did like it more than I thought I was going to. I'm surprised. All right, so let's talk about what happened after that. In my head, I was like, I have a type 5, and like, this is how it starts. You start with 5, and then you gain another 5, and a couple of 5s is 30, and then you get an hour. You know, that's how it's supposed to go, I think. So I thought I had this solid type 5, and I made my friend Marcos go to an open mic with me. It was the next time I went on stage, and I was like, I got my type 5. I know this is gonna work. And by the time we went on stage, there was only like 3 guys in the room, and no one laughed. I bombed. It hurt. I made my friend come, like, hey, well, you get on stage. I made him go on stage too, and we both bombed. And then I stopped doing it for a while. But then I got a job at Madhouse Comedy Club. Thought, all right, this is what you're supposed to do. You get a job at a comedy club, you get more reps in, and you get better as a comedian. But when I was working there, I was working as a food runner, and all the other comedians who worked there were doormen. So they would get to work, and then they let everyone in, and they'd get to watch the shows. And on the weekends, they got to perform in the small room that we had while the main show was going on. But for me, I was the food runner, so I was running drinks and food the entire time. I didn't really get to do any of the stand-up. And I could have stayed later to do the open mics, but I had this job in the morning, and it was just a weird time to try to become a comedian for me. But since I was a food runner, I was just running around the entire time during shows. I remember a lot of my job, me holding a tray and walking up to people as they're trying to enjoy the show and being like, giggle juice. We had this drink called the giggle juice, and I don't know, everyone always ordered it. So it's just me like, giggle juice, margarita, Corona, giggle juice, giggle juice, giggle juice. I just remember saying giggle juice all the time. So if you ever go to Madhouse Comedy, get the giggle juice. It's very popular. But I did learn a lot there while I was working there, because even though I was running around the entire show, or most of the show, I still got to watch a lot of comedians perform. And we had like these 20 regulars who would always perform pretty much every weekend. And it was cool seeing these comedians get on stage every night and work out their material. And it was interesting to see them change things too, like they'll change a word or put a part in the middle instead of the end and get more laughs from it. So I did at least learn a lot from having that job. I just wish I would have got on stage more. But back then I didn't really have, especially after bombing, I didn't have like that passion to get on stage like the other guys did. And that's what I noticed when I was working there. It's like these guys loved to be on that stage. Even when they bombed, they get off stage and just joke around about it. But I didn't have that. If I bombed, it was heartbreaking. It reminded me of a quote I heard a long time ago about a guy who wanted to be a boxer until he got into the ring with a guy who really, really wanted to be a boxer. That's what it reminded me of. It was just like, I want to be a comedian. Then I saw them, I'm like, oh, they want to be comedians. I don't know what I want to be now. But I was a different person back then, and I do write a lot of jokes still, and I do think about going back to stand-up. I live in the East Bay area right now, and I don't know where I can go for open mics. I moved here during the pandemic, so everything was shut down when I was like looking, and I haven't looked for a while, but I should. I should probably try at least to do some open mics. I think I want to again. All right, this next video isn't at a club. It's actually a wedding toast that I wrote. But I'm gonna show it because it's almost like stand-up, like I'm performing something that I wrote. It was really fun, and it was really easy because it was it's a wedding. So I was like, I'm not gonna get heckled at a wedding. Like, this should be fine. And I don't think you need to know much about the guy to understand the jokes. But he is a big-ass black dude. So that's why the spider joke is funny. All right, let's check that one out. Also, real quick, there's an Attack on Titan reference in the wedding speech. So let me know if you catch it. Hello, I have a speech I wrote down for Mike. Just gonna go ahead and read it. Corinthians 13:4. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is you know what? I'm not gonna read these words I totally wrote down on this piece of paper. I am going to speak from my heart. Because that's why we're here today, ladies and gentlemen. We are here because our two good friends have made a decision, a grand decision, a decision that you can only make with your heart. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming. My name is Jazz Johnson, and I am Michael Jackson's therapist. No, but like when we were roommates, I was sort of like his therapist back in the day. I've known Mike since high school. He's a dear friend, a brother, and I wanted to say a couple words to him on his special day. Because Mike is a good friend. Mike is a friend I feel like everyone needs in their life. Mike is a friend who wants to help you accomplish your goals. It's because Mike's optimistic. He's positive, very positive. Almost annoyingly too positive. I can go to Mike and be like, hey, my dream is to fight a dinosaur. And he'd be like, well, let's go find that dinosaur, man. Find that dinosaur. Like, you never know, man. Sometimes you gotta put yourself out there. But it's a good thing, and that's why we appreciate you, Mike. This is a wedding toast, so I have to say some slightly embarrassing things about Mike. When we were roommates, he never threw anything away. Like, he would use everything down to the last ounce. Like, I would go to the kitchen, grab a box of cereal, pour it in a bowl, and like 7 Cheerios would fall out. I'm like, I was gonna do this. I have a video in my phone of me walking around our apartment and just pointing out all the things that he could have just threw away. I told him I would play it on his wedding day. I don't have the means to play it, but I'm talking about it, and I feel like that counts. But you know what? Now that I think about it, I think that was just Mike being Mike, caring. Like, even the smallest amount, Mike still wanted to share. No, I'm just kidding. You were being lazy. He was being lazy. Just throw it away or use it as something, one of those two things. And even though Mike wasn't being considerate back then, I know he would be considerate towards his wife. Because that's your wife now, Mike. You're married. One day you're going to be out with your friends and you're going to get a phone call. Not from your girlfriend. From your wife, Mike. Answer that phone call. And I know he will. Another funny thing about Mike is that he's afraid of spiders. Does anyone know that? Mike's deadly afraid of spiders. One time when we were roommates, I told him I was going to hide a whole bunch of fake spiders in his room, and he was like, "No, man, don't do it!" Like he was slightly upset. And then he made me swear not to do it. Like, Mike made me swear not to hide spiders in his room when we were 25. So my suggestion to you, Chris, next time you guys are in a fight, and calm down, everyone, relationships, there's always a fight. All happens to everyone. So yeah, anytime, or anyway, you're in a fight, and it has to be a fight where you're losing. So a fight where you're losing, you know, the rare moments where the guy is actually right. All right, so a fight, you're losing it, and when it's your turn to rebuttal, you can be like, yeah, but aren't you afraid of spiders? Just bam, instant win. Or at least you'll get a laugh. And I say this not only because I think it's funny and you should totally do it, but as a reminder to you both to always keep things light, even during the dark times. Because like I said, there's fighting in every relationship. Love is bittersweet. And sometimes you need those fights. Sometimes you need a rumbling to save paradise. But in those moments, Mike, please remember your love. Remember tonight, being around your friends, your family, your loved ones. Remember the love that you guys have for each other right now. And you guys can make it through anything. So if you guys can all do me one favor, and please raise your glasses so we can properly toast this cup.
Ice cup.
Shock and relief. Some of us finished the champagne when we got 14.
I dare you. Mike in high school, like,
Yeah, that's what
me
I
and Mike met in high school on the track team. Like, I used to have to drive into track meets and whatnot. And yes, I know what you're thinking. I know what you guys are all thinking. Why did he tell us to raise our glasses if he was going to tell another fucking story? But no, there's no other story. That's it. Please raise your glasses, guys.
We already did. I drink it.
We'll do it again.
To the Jacksons. We all love you. Have fun tonight. And we all wish you the best. Cheers. I like this one a little more. It's more the me than I am now. It happened like a couple of years ago. But I was hella nervous before it. Like, I was like waiting in a chair for them to call my name. And I felt like I was gonna pass out. And I remember kept thinking to myself, like, don't pass out. You're gonna ruin the whole wedding if you pass out. Luckily, I didn't. All right, that's pretty much it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. What was your favorite joke? That's it. Next episode's going to be about my other creative outlet, cooking, and why you should do it. All right, till the next day, love and peace.